And of course, we're still continuing to track both the Atlantic and Pacific. Really all eyes on Hurricane Hilary right now. As we just heard, now a Category 4 hurricane as it approaches the western side of Mexico and then even the United States. So a bit of a closer look, very well defined eye as it continues to rotate, and it's really strengthening in these very warm waters. Currently, that cone of uncertainty taking it just west there of Guadalajara and then even into the Baja area by at least Saturday, so the start of the weekend. Good news, at least as it approaches part of mainland, we're seeing those winds die down a bit, so not as much warm open water, which is good news as it gets a bit closer to approaching the United States. Currently, that cone of uncertainty, again, taking it right up towards California. So just because we are seeing that line in the middle of the cone doesn't necessarily mean that's where the eye is going to go, but currently it does have that near Los Angeles and San Diego. First time California is seeing tropical storm watches, and I even see some aerial flood watches in portions of Arizona and California. So really not something they've ever seen or seen in quite some time. We, of course, are still keeping an eye on the Atlantic as well. Now, these pose more of a threat to our region, because even if any of these storms continue to form and push into the Gulf, that may be something that we see down the line, but currently not really seeing much. There are 4 disturbances with 2 of at least a 40% chance of forming into some type of cyclone. So of course, we are in the peak of hurricane season, really just something we got to keep an eye on into the next couple of weeks. At least for your Friday evening, we're tracking nice calm conditions. We've got that high pressure dominating. It's really clearing out those skies and clouds, leaving behind a lot of sunshine and cooler air. It's moving that breeze right out of the north. Live look right now in Carbondale, absolutely beautiful for your Friday evening. Couldn't ask for nicer weather for the time of year. Temperatures in the low 80s, and the big deal is that it's actually feeling like it. Humidity is knocked down thanks to that passing cold front and thanks to the high pressure to our north. We're tracking that breeze right out of the northeast. So really a nice evening. If you do have any plans, enjoy these temperatures while we have them, because we won't be seeing much of them in the next couple of days. Upper 70s for Carmi, Harrisburg, and Sparta. We've got low 80s on the board for almost everyone else. Sikeston and Kennett along with Paducah right now at 82, along with Piedmont. We've got 80 for Fredericktown. So really enjoy the comfortable temperatures and humidity levels while we have them. Sunshine sticking around even into our Saturday, but the big change is the humidity is returning. We'll be slightly warmer, but as we go into next week, that's when it gets dangerously hot and is really something we have to be weather aware of. Into the next couple of hours, we fall into the 70s. Again, beautiful for any of your Friday night plans. Waking up early Saturday, maybe heading out to the farmer's market. Might want that extra layer, very light layer, with the upper 50s are expected again for southern Illinois. By lunchtime, recovering quickly in the low 80s, tracking those heat indices, running a couple degrees warmer, but really feeling like the upper 80s for this time of year in the heat of the day. Not too bad. The trouble really comes at the end of the weekend and into the next work week. We're back up into the 90s. We've got upper 90s expected as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Storm Track 3 app coming in very handy. Mine recently went off for that excessive heat watch that was put in place, and that's for our central and western counties beginning at the end of the weekend into the middle of the next work week. So a lot of time on this, and the reason why we are seeing that is because of these heat indices. Temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, trending though close to 110 on some of these days. So may even seeing that watch extended into Thursday and Friday with just how warm it's going to get. Still a very dry week ahead of us. I know it's been a soggy month or a couple of months so far, so hopefully you're wanting some time to dry out, because we're really just not tracking a lot of rain chances. Next solid chance of rain comes with some isolated showers by next Friday. Leading up to that though, a lot of sunshine, a few passing clouds, temperatures right back up into the 90s. So we stay well above average for at least the next week and a half.
Ooh, yeah, that's toasty, I think.
Yeah, toasty would be a good word.
Yeah.
Very warm.
All right, thank you, Katie.